Everyone in the e-com dropshipping world gets excited about Black Friday, and for good reason, because it is the biggest shopping event of the year where people are already preconditioned to whip out their credit card and give you their money. So I did run some pockets this Black Friday. I hope you did as well. I'm going to go over the mistakes I've made, how it went for me, and my blueprint on how to make it 10 times bigger next year. So let's get on the computer and I'm going to break it down for you. Okay, so my first ever Black Friday ended up doing $23,000 in revenue. The whole Black Friday weekend went like this. So we did $56,000 in total sales over the 4 days of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which I'm happy with. This is my first Black Friday, so I think it went well personally. I have really big goals for 2025. I see myself doing 10 times more than what I did today, and I have learned a lot. So I am excited to share that knowledge with you, tell you how it went. So let's get into it. Black Friday 2024. First of all, my Black Friday Cyber Monday ads. I think I launched them a little bit too late. You have to keep in mind that all these big companies like Hershey's, Walmart, whatever you think of, billion-dollar brands, their marketing budget for Black Friday, Cyber Monday is more than you're going to make within a single year. And unless you start doing 9 figures, 8 figures, which I hope you do, until then, it is going to be hard to compete. So you have to have your creatives already primed up, ready to go. I launched them a little bit late, like a week before. I think I should have launched them at the beginning of November, even maybe end of October, start running like an early Black Friday sale with my top Black Friday creatives and continue launching ads through leading up to Black Friday. So I think I launched them a little bit too late. Another issue that I ran into was my P&L was not dialed in completely. I made some changes on the back end of my store to my SKUs, and that resulted in my P&L being inaccurate because I didn't update the pricing. So I thought I was making more, I was bumping budgets, I was excited, but in reality, whenever I actually recalculated it, the profit margin was slimmer than I anticipated. So the profit margin on the Black Friday deal was a little bit above 10%, hovering around 15, which is not ideal. I was hoping to hit that 20, 25, maybe even 30% profit margin, but I think the P&L issue was a big mistake. Launching my ads late was another one. And I think one of the biggest things that I really messed up on was my media buying strategy. I think I went into Black Friday a little bit too aggressively. I tripled my budget overnight pretty much, which I think is a little bit excessive. I had another campaign for Black Friday, and that definitely bled into my profit margin. I should have been scaling up my ads the whole week leading up to Black Friday instead of just going crazy on day one, which I already think I'm blessed that I didn't lose money on that day with that crazy strategy. But I've been put onto it by my friend that's doing like 20K days consistently, and that's what he was doing. I wanted to test it out. It didn't really work out too well for me. Still made money, still ran some bread, but I wish I would have optimized for it. Maybe instead of tripling it, maybe I should have just bumped it like 50%, maybe doubled it at midnight, and then continued to serve scale it throughout the day. Because I tripled it and I wasn't able to serve scale because the performance was just not keeping up, and the P&L issues added onto that as well. Also, email marketing. I think that my email marketing right now is far from dialed in. I definitely see a lot of improvement when it comes to email, building up a list, having a lot of emails, most importantly, emails of past customers, and sending out those campaigns leading up to Black Friday and launching a bunch of emails on the day of Black Friday. That's something that I've seen a lot of big e-com brands do, and I failed to capitalize on that. My email list, of course, is not as big as some of these 8-figure brands. Since I started dropshipping this store, I started in May, had one winning product on it, kind of died out due to my ad account issues. Then I got it back up and running, still wasn't crazy profitable. I found another one within the same niche, same store, launched that has been printing, and I should have really doubled down on it way sooner. So I'm working on improving the product, but that's for another video. We're talking about the Black Friday here. Last but not least, my thoughts about Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I think branding is really important. I'm going to touch up on that in the blueprint here in a minute. But I think branding is going to be really important. Email marketing, getting those emails in, making sure that the product quality is top tier so that all the people that have purchased from you the whole year leading up to Black Friday, they're going to be more inclined to purchase again whenever they see your ads. I saw a video by Samuel Onua. I'm sure that if you're in the space, you know who it is. Real G from the Netherlands. Shout out to Samuel. But I've seen one of his vlogs where he hit $1 million day on Monday, the week of Black Friday, and it was mainly from his email list. So that opened my eyes significantly to how important it is to actually build a sustainable brand. I think that the regular drop shipping shit store is just, you're not going to be able to capitalize on Black Friday to the extent that a real long-term brand would. So that's going to be one of my key focuses, to focus on my main store, double down on it, brand it out, make it really stand out, hit a niche that is really good. I think I have proof of concept. It's a matter of improving the product now, getting more content, and consistently launching new creatives. So the blueprint for 2025 Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and Q4 in general, and the whole year, I guess. But number one, like I mentioned, branding is going to be really important to have a long-term vision for your brand. For me, especially if you're just starting up a store, I suggest going into an evergreen niche, a product that you could really brand out and turn into a full-fledged e-commerce store. As you know, things in e-com and in the world are changing really, really rapidly. So we might wake up in January and it turns out that our new president in the US just bombs China with some big ass tariffs, and then we're going to have to pay more. Inflation is going to go up. So making sure that you're building a long-term brand that you can then eventually buy inventory, have 3PL fulfillment systems in North America, and making sure that you're actually building a long-term sustainable business. If you want to run up some cash, I'm all down for that, for sure. Crash out on some products, that's cool. But my goal right now is to build a long-lasting brand, which I can continue making money with, cash flowing into my bank account, and eventually have that long-term exit potential that I can then eventually sell for, multiple 7, 8 figures, maybe even 9 figures, depending on how well I execute on this. So branding goes hand in hand with email marketing, getting those emails, building up a list, building up hype around Black Friday, which I'll talk on in a little bit, launching my Black Friday, Cyber Monday ads at the end of October, already priming them up, finding new winners just for Black Friday, having really custom Black Friday content, and not only like a Black Friday banner on top of your creatives, but actually launching a lot of square images, all that stuff. And then if you're launching your creatives that early when it comes to Black Friday, I think I'll just do like an early Black Friday sale and then eventually transition it to a full-fledged Black Friday sale on my store. So that is the goal right now for next year, to launch them way earlier, have them primed up, and scale up my ads when it comes to the media buying strategy. Start scaling up my Black Friday, Cyber Monday ads the week of, and then on Thursday, the day before Black Friday, really go ham on it and then serve scale throughout the day, bumping and maintaining profit margin. Because at the end of the day, we're not only going for revenue, we want to make profit, which is the most important thing, which I will be focusing on all 2025. Rather than chasing revenue, chasing those dashboards, you want to make sure that you're prioritizing having healthy profit margins, 20% minimum. That is my goal. Bottom line, after all expenses, 20%, I'm cool with that. Ideally aiming for that 30%, but 20, but the bare minimum, my target is 30. So launching email campaigns throughout the whole month of November leading up to Black Friday, and then just bombarding everybody with Black Friday, Cyber Monday emails the day of. Building up hype for the release through emails as well. Building out social media. So that's going to be a big thing. Building out the social media and building really a community around your brand, I think is going to be really important if you do want to succeed with Black Friday and you really want to hit those crazy days. I'm talking to myself as well here. So I'm going to work on building out my social media. Eventually, right now, it is not the most important thing. If you want, you can build an 8-figure brand with just email and Facebook ads. Obviously, social media is going to add up onto it. So I'm going to start learning about that, implementing some new stuff throughout the year and build it out. As I mentioned, Samuel had this VIP method where he launched the early access to his sale on Monday, the week of, and that crushed. So That's a strategy that I'm going to be implementing. And the last thing is the back end. Making sure, and this is really important, that you really have a wonderful supplier that is able to withstand the amount of volume, and making sure that your product is dialed in, that your product is actually good. So you're not just going to scale up crazy on Friday, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, and then have to deal with a whole bunch of returns the weeks following Black Friday. So making sure the back end is dialed in, all the systems are in place, and really the whole year setting yourself up for success. But this is just my few cents on how my Black Friday went, how I'm planning to crush it next year, and what is going to be the key driving force for that success. So I appreciate you for staying till the end of this video. Check out the description, get on my Telegram. 2025 Telegram is gonna go crazy. I have been thinking about doing some live streams, so let me know if you'll be interested if I started doing like regular live streams either on IG or maybe here on YouTube, just doing like live product research, just messing around, answering some questions if you have any. So let me know. Just have a conversation down below in the comments. I appreciate you for watching this video. Have a wonderful Christmas, end of the year, and I will see you in another video here shortly. 2025, I'm all focused on value, providing good insight for free. These videos is really all you need to succeed. That is my goal for the channel, to provide as much value, because I think I'm fresh on the 0 to 1K a day method, and I know that I can provide some value here. So I appreciate you for watching. Get started as soon as possible. If you have been debating on getting into e-com and you've just been stagnant on it, watching a whole bunch of videos, the best day to start was yesterday. The second best is today. So even if you have a busy Christmas, just start up a Shopify store, start playing around with the theme, start doing product research, get active, and then supplement your action with the knowledge. That's the number one thing that I would recommend. Appreciate you for watching once again. I'm yapping now, so I'm going to end it right here. Peace.